represented by Mr. 𝗵𝗵𝗶 𝗠𝗶H, who is the president of the Young Journalists Association, distinguished executive members of the Gambia Press Union, Dr. 𝗵𝗵𝗃 𝗠𝗶, the lead consultant for the recovery-focused National Development Plan and the Long-Term Development Plan of Vision 2050, distinguished members of the consultancy team. We have in our midst Mr. 𝗏𝗏𝗏 and Mr. 𝗧𝗵𝗵𝗶, distinguished members of the Gambia Press Union. Good morning and thank you for joining us. My name is 𝗧𝗵𝗶 and I lead the team at the COVID-19 Socio-Economic and Recovery Secretariat at the Ministry of Finance. In keeping with our tradition and very rich custom in this country, I would like to invite you all to join us in observing a moment of silence, silent prayers, and then we will continue the session. Amen and amen. On behalf of the Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs, we would like to welcome you to this consultative meeting on the formulation of two very important development planning frameworks for the Gambia. These frameworks are the Recovery-Focused National Development Plan, which will run from 2023 to 2027, and the Long-Term Development Vision, which will succeed Vision 2020 and which for now we are referring to as Vision 2050. Today's convergence is part of countrywide engagement process that is aimed at ensuring that all stakeholders participate meaningfully in this conversation, this national conversation, that will not only define our dreams and aspirations for the Gambia in the long term, but this national consultative process will help us as we build forward better in the Gambia's medium-term development framework. We therefore look forward to a successful meeting. And again, we wish to thank you very much and sincerely for your attendance, which is a display of collective commitment to national development. At this stage, we wish to observe that today's meeting is the first engagement with your stakeholder group, but certainly it will not be the last. We therefore look forward to your inputs at the various stages of the formulation process of these two planning frameworks. And that will include the draft stages as well as the validation stage of the two documents. Please also allow me to emphasize that as representatives of the various media outlets in the Gambia, with both a local and international reach, you can play as media practitioners a great role in ensuring that you do not only contribute to the Gambia we want in the next 5 years as well as in the next 50 years, but also you use all the tools at your disposal to sensitize Gambians and also stakeholders, all stakeholders, to ensure that they all contribute and participate in this very important national exercise. Having said that, I assume you all have the program scheduled for today. So I would just refer you to it. And I would also like to emphasize key phases in it. We hope that at least by 2, 3, very sensitive and being sensitive to Ramadan, that by 2, 3, we would be able to conclude and at least adjourn this phase of our engagement. What key components of today's session would include statements from the Ministry of Finance, statements and remarks from the President of the Gambia Press Union. We would then do a short presentation where we will provide you with an overview of the process as well as some of other key issues, including the institutional arrangements that are being put in place to put together these 2 documents. Thereafter, we would like you to get into group work where you will make your own inputs and share your own perspectives on key guiding questions that are general in scope, that also focus on the medium-term development frame, focus also on the long-term frame, and we are also asking you to please share your perspectives with us on how also the diaspora, which is really emerging as a very important constituent in this national discourse. We would like you to please share with us your perspectives also on how the diaspora can contribute. So that is how we plan to have an interaction and an engagement with you for today. And please also allow me at this stage to recognize people who are on the high table with us. You have on my extreme left, 𝗬𝗵𝗲 𝗠𝗶, who is a principal planner at the Ministry of Finance. He is representing the Director of Development Planning. You also have 𝗵𝗵𝗃 𝗀𝗏, who is the President of the Young Journalists Association in the Gambia. We have 𝗬𝗵𝗲. Everything is good enough except the surname. 𝗬𝗵𝗲 represents Foroya. And also next to me we have Dr. 𝗵𝗵𝗃 𝗀𝗏, who's the lead consultant for these 2 planning frameworks. Having said that, I think it's now time for me to invite 𝗬𝗵𝗲 𝗠𝗶 to deliver his welcoming remarks on behalf of the Director and the Directorate of the Directorate of Development Planning at the Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs. 𝗬𝗵𝗲, you have the floor, sir.
Good morning. Good morning, members of the media and Gambia Press Union and all other representatives from various media, electronic and print media and online media. On behalf of the Ministry of Finance, we also welcome the team of consultants and the COVID Secretariat. We are actually delighted today to have the members of the media fraternity for yet another national level consultations. As 𝗬𝗵𝗃 initially highlighted in terms of our role today, in terms of the consultations, we have been doing the vigorous consultation across the country. We have the national level consultation, which we are presently conducting. We have also done the regional consultation that include word-to-word consultation. This time around, the Ministry of Finance, through the Development Planning Directorate, felt the need to diversify the consultation across stakeholders. And that's why we felt the need to include the media, because looking at the crucial role of the media in terms of information dissemination cannot be overemphasized. That's why the media today, we actually felt it media to have a consultation with. We have also done a lot of consultation with other stakeholders. And during our consultation, there are so many issues that are emanating. I think the media has a role to play. That is the issue of social cohesion, the issue of coping corruption, the issues of social protections. I think the media, and an issue of a lot of issues that actually the media can play a changing role to inform society. And that's why, in that regards, if you look at the alternative aspect of media not being informed, can vastly relate to information that triggered sensational propaganda, bias, and which is inimical to national development. I think it's important to always bring media in the forefront in terms of national development. On that note, on behalf of the Ministry of Finance, we welcome you all, and we actually expect a better input from you in terms of your views about the next Vision 2020 and medium-term plan, which Samba has highlighted. On that thing, I thank you very much for your indulgence. Thank you.
Thank you, Samba. We will now hear from Mr. 𝗵𝗵𝗃 𝗠𝗶, who will deliver a remark on behalf of the Gambia Press Union. Mr. Jallo, you have the floor, sir.
Good morning, the lead consultant and members of the high table. I've deputized the president of the Gambia Press Union here today in this important forum to discuss two valuable documents. One is the successor of the National Development Plan, and the other one is the Long-Term National Development Plan 2050. So I'm so impressed that the Ministry of Finance deemed it worthy to engage the media to capture our view after having a ward and constituency consultation. You know, we usually perform our traditional role as watchdog. We raise the alarm bell when things go wrong, but this time around, the national consultation level wants to actually capture our own views, to show what we think, and we hope that whatever we say will add value in the formulation of these important documents. So the issue here is we are talking about a successor. The former National Development Plan, we were not consulted, I believe, and then now we are having a shift, and that shift is welcoming. And I would like to thank the Ministry of Finance for taking up that. You know, we have a rule. Our traditional rules are to advocate, educate, monitor whatever that is happening in the country. And then when we do that, we raise issues, and then we expect authorities to take necessary steps to address it. But if, like, we do not understand, most of the people don't understand how these things come up. That is how policies are made, because National Development Plan is going to be a policy, it's going to be a blueprint. Many journalists will find it difficult to read and interpret it. So this type of forums will actually add value, and they will also bridge the capacity gap within the media. And then I thank you for the engagement, and then we hope that by the end of the day, we will leave here with fully informed about the whole process, and then we hope to take home something, and then we would like to partner with you more. Thank you very much.
Thank you indeed, Mr. Jallo. We collectively at the Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs look forward to your active participation in this process. As I said at the beginning, in addition to sensitizing the rest of the population and partners in this country about the process, we also recognize that you have a stake in the shape and how this country develops. And we look forward to your input into these two documents, which will reflect how the media and what role, what programs, what activities, what projects the media can have within these two documents that is supportive of the national development agenda and where we want to be as a country collectively. So we look forward to a very rewarding and rich day with you. And I would now, at this point, invite, but Doctor, you want me to do it? Okay. Okay. Okay, all right, okay.
Have a short recess.
All right, so we are being guided here that we will take a break now, and this concludes the official opening ceremony. It was a short one, but we are glad that we've been able to provide the context and the overview, and to clarify why we are here. And now we will get into the technical sessions, where we will first have a presentation that will give you more details on this process. And then we will go into group work format to allow you, the media practitioners, to really engage with the lines of inquiries and also put your own inputs into the whole process. So we thank you very much for your participation and your attendance, and we will resume in the next 5 minutes. Thank you so much.